What's up, guys? It's Mr. Javid, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server, and I'm about to convert each and every one of you to RU. So, if you know, every Sunday, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit subscribe. The best competitive Pokemon on YouTube. That is just what I'm saying. But now, every Sunday I upload Ubers, and so I know the tiers were shaking up a few weeks back, or a week back. Man, time has just been has the time been weird for y'all in COVID? All right, like it's like people say, it was February, then it was COVID, and then 2021. But yeah, we're gonna be playing some RU today. It's crazy looking at this tier because Togekiss was not only like solid, but it was a menace in OU. Heatran came back forgotten. Now look at you. Cloyster, that stupid Pokemon that used to have like crazy stuff. I think Thunderous wasn't back yet, but still, super. And now we're gonna have to. So let's break this down because I don't know what the fuck any of these mons do. Registeel, I'd assume, is bulky enough to take on this thing if it shell smashes. So that's my counter there. Also beats this, also beats it. Registeel just goes in. And then Swords Dance plus Swords Dance, what I see on? Let's see. I don't know what these things do. What does the dog do? I'll Rock Blast here in case he shell smash. I get some good damage off. What my Spadef? Ooh, that's good damage. And every hit gives me more. Regirock, give me 3. Nice. The king forfeit, and this is not a fresh alt. Shout outs to PokeMMD, pass me an alt. Pretty sure I will alt you. Eating it up. All right, I'm the RU king, bro. It's already, this tier is already within my hands. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Thunders can't even harm me. This tier is already within my palms. Yeah, I was thinking like maybe Sludge Wave at best. Man, this cool typing just going crazy. Okay. Your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare. That's why I Stealth Rock. Even though, Cloyster might have the thing, and I do want to Outrage perhaps. Outrage would mean Idle Sweep, don't I? Keep yeah, Dhelmise is just here for this. So if he outrages, it means, because he's banded clearly. I guess it doesn't mean I sweep because I'm like some weird defensive variant, and so maybe that's for Luke. Actually, I shouldn't have sacked Dhelmise there because it was my ground resist. Didn't think that through. I don't think he'll play too much a role in the long run because he's poisoned now. Like, it's over. Because Reggie just sits, like literally just sits, and it does broken things. And even if he pivots to well, I'm faster, so if he pivots to Zygarde, I intimidate him on the switch. Look at these big brain plays. Look at these big brain plays. Intimidated. Don't you ever switch in on me again. Oh, I thought I heard something. Let's see how little this does, cause I'm some like whack, like bulky. Oh, I still have to remember who I am. Still have to remember who I am. Okay, so. Sack's there, so it's checkmate at this point, as Cloyster would make sense, right? But 2 E speed after shell smash. Oh yeah, I sharded. Interesting. So that's super checkmate, because I don't need the boost. What's Zygarde speed tier? Oh my, I forgot how fast this shit is. I forgot it's the fastest Zygarde. I completely forgot that. So let's shuffle some Intimidates. This is gonna hurt. Oh my lord, he's super banded. He's like ultra banded. And so let's let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying. Then Regirock finna eat and just body press. Oh, he goes to Draco. You don't ever disrespect me like that again. I actually did good damage. I'd assume Draco Meteor would come out, but at this point, it's over to Lucario. So let's just Dragon Pulse. I actually did nothing. Am I split up? Yeah, I'm split up. Regirock, like, I remember back in the day, man, I used to think about, like, when I was just playing the game, and, like, I'm talking, like, early. Talking in-game, when you just caught your Reggies. What was the experience when you found out? How did y'all find out how to catch the Reggies? I want to say it was a friend of mine, because, like, remember, as kids, we're like, yo, we're not, and besides, I wouldn't say the internet wasn't, you know, it's not nearly what it is today, where, like, automatically any information you want, you internet, and, you know, smartphones weren't what they were today back when, you know, these games were the popular ones. So what, 2005 or so, you know? So, you know, you gotta think, look at that. All three of the dogs are RU. I didn't know Suicune was RU. Suicune, I think Suicune is definitely gonna see a surge again in OU. I think it's quite good. Quite good. I think OU super underexplored, and the tour dynamics will shift it. Part of me does miss those days of molding metagames, but I'm on a different path now. So yeah, that's pretty much that for all those who, you know, ask me, oh, Jamie gonna play SPO? Probably not. So I need either some damage on Dientes or rocks. That way, well, I definitely need rocks. So Regirock's gonna be guarding against most of his team, in all honesty. He doesn't guard well against, like, dog, but I'm, like, really defensive and slow, and so Reggie steals core purposes to guard against that. Let's just keep dog. So positionally, I don't want Metagross. I remember when me and Joe used to play, plus he has no ground resist. When me and Joe used to play, Metagross used to be like a crazy lead, but that was last gen. And people would lead it, and it'd be like Akka, or it'd be Shuka, and it'd be like weird stuff. And the reason I didn't Arcanine, because Arcanine could have been a great situation as well. Arcanine did not, it does not have, it's clear body, so the Intimidate wouldn't have mattered. Unless he has Ice Punch, I'll eat easily, yeah. This is bulky Zygarde. Okay, so Steel type gone, which for me means everything is speedable. It also means that nothing else. No, it means that interesting. Fish Crocune, I do want this damage because I want to force him. I don't want him burning Dhelmise because now he can sub. Okay, so he opts for the Scald first, which makes sense. I'm missing Seismic Toss right now, if I'm honest though. And so I'm going to put him in a spot where, okay, if you fish for burn and you don't get it, you get punished heavy. I could see a pivot to Suicune here. That makes a lot of sense to me. U-turn, okay. It's not good. But with the damage, I might be able to mess him up with Lucario. Like, that's E-speedable. Question is, what do I set up on, you know? He's max defense, so certainly he has sub, and body press isn't gonna do shit, and I have to bank on Rock Blast. So I actually have to go to Dhelmise. He gets the fucking ban. Maybe he doesn't have sub. Maybe he's Rest Talk. Let's see. I don't know why you wouldn't be the Crocune set. So I might have to just go for broke. Okay, so he keeps going torn, which means he's gonna go back to. He's not subbing when he could. Like, he has. I don't think he's either like really new to using that Suicune or he's not sub. And if he's not sub, there's hope. And he just, okay, he's probably less like a Volt turn kind of gonna predict. Gonna predict. Especially with this decision right here, because this is free. Sacred Fire. This is free rocks, especially if this isn't heavy duty boots. I didn't think he'd hard Suicune. The way he's playing is as if certainly he's rest, you know? So, Scalds. And if he keeps CMing, he's definitely rest talk. So I'm gonna punish, yep, he's rest. And then I go Luke and then play these games. Because 1 and +2 Skull wouldn't kill me, but I know he's SD. So if he has a 1/3 chance to get what he wants. Okay, excellent. So he got Calm Mind, which is tough, but I need him battered down. Please don't get what you want, because he's gonna wake up. Please don't get it. Yeah, Lucario. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so even though I'm not playing RU, I know what Suicune does. And so this is rough for him, especially if he's not boots Entei, because Entei can take an E-speed. Yeah, he's boots. If he's adamant, then I'd kill him here, but you know, he's probably not adamant. And so let's hold positions that cannot be defended. I don't want Regirock burned. It actually just wins me the game outright. And with an Intimidate. Oh, that's super cool. Wow, I did not see that coming. Wow, the inner focus dynamic. Wow. Stone Edge, interesting stuff. Wow, that is super cool. So now I might have to be forced to, because he might try to fish for it. No, he doesn't. Good Lord, Regirock did a ton. So yeah, he's just at the mercy of the rocks. The rock. He's faster than me. Wow, this is such a weird tier. Figgy Berry. You might have like Grass Knot or something of that nature. Defog, huh? That's fine. That something's gonna get dropped with the Tox. Excellent. He might double switch here. That would make some sense if he has something. So Sacred Fires. I really probably should have given up. No. I was gonna say Dhelmise over Arcanine, but I don't think Arcanine is that great either. And so I guess I need to be careful of, I shouldn't have let him burn my Registeel, because I don't know what Raikou does in this tier, and it could do enough to where it's a problem. 25%. So I'll go. I'm actually glad that this is a situation happening. It allows for me to Poltergeist. Okay, so he volt switches, which implies that he probably does not have. I missed. No, he just doesn't have. Oh, whoo! We have the technology. I don't think he should U-turn this time. Oh, Heat Wave. Ooh, we have the technology. Okay. Toxic is free. Because if he Entei pivots, I'm good. Heat Wave, huh? Defog U-turn. Certainly has a flying move as the last. I probably shouldn't have done this in case he gets the. Okay. So I know these things get scalded now. I actually need to be careful of Raikou. Yeah, I'm playing too recklessly because I got rid of the Suicune. So I'm gonna actually, since I allowed Regirock to get so low, if I say, yeah, I actually need to play this differently than I anticipated. But I think this should seal the deal. Because he should go Raikou. And with the extreme speed damage, extreme speed damage plus Rock Blast damage should do the trick. So I'll die to whatever he goes for. Thunderbolts. Dhelmise is a bulky boy. Well, I mean, I have no choice now, do I? Because I synthesize here, And then if he opts for Entei, I guess the Entei, oh, I mean, I don't think it's going to do very much, even if it has something like Bulldoze. And this could actually not even be choiced. I'm assuming that's the case, but it really doesn't have to be. Dhelmise a bulky boy. So really, I made this game a lot closer than it needed to be in hindsight. I didn't respect the Raikou enough. I didn't prioritize rocks enough. Because that would have meant Lugia, all these switch-ins eventually. Well, maintain not so much. Because basically what I'm trying to do here is, as long as Dhelmise is alive, I don't think he can win. Because even if he gets the burn, unless Raikou runs Shadow Ball, then maybe. But he's running that calc, that young calc. But yeah, Suicune's dangerous, man. So what I should have done was versus, because how did I get burned? I think I switched Reggie Steel into Suicune. But even if I had Seismic Toss, Suicune, one, if it was the sub variant, outstall me. Two, it doesn't take, like, Seismic Toss doesn't break the sub, so it requires two. Oh no. That might be game unless Regirock decides that he's had enough of your shit. Because I might take this with enough health to survive. Damn, I am shocked. I can't believe I lost this, though. Lesson learned. But I definitely do feel very. Sorry, I was reading a comment there on my phone. But nah, I should have, I didn't respect Raikou. Strength. Yeah, that's a lot. And if I don't get the rolls, yeah, it's game. It's game. So should have kept Registeel untouched and threw Arcanine and Dhelmise in more. But actually, this is a great moment because generally when people start off in OU, because OU is generally the tier, I find that people are less down on themselves when they're playing other tiers other than OU, but I guess because people know that OU is the tier, so you know they're a lot more critical of themselves. But this is how you're really supposed to go about it, because this is a terrain that I don't know. I'm supposed to hop in and lose repeatedly, and through those losses I eventually learn what's commonplace, what's not, and make a ton of mistakes. And then from those mistakes you then eventually gain the knowledge, and then you move up to transitioning your skill from whatever tier you're coming from into the current metagame or tier. That's really how it's supposed to be, but you know, it's sometimes easier said than done, and you know, people get very very good lead, very good lead, very like for example here, like there's nothing that comes to mind that say, okay, Dhelmise is absolutely necessary. Now looking at my team, I probably should, because he has a Virizion, and so I think, okay, you know, why is Registeel absolutely necessary? So Registeel will cover a strong Hydro. It won't take it well, but it won't take half. And then I can pivot to Dhelmise, because I'm like, okay, well, me just bringing awareness to that lets me know that Virizion upon Swords Dancing could be a little bit of a problem if Dhelmise isn't up and ready to go. And so Snipe Shot, man, a Snipe Shot crit, actually that's probably, Snipe Shot crit's probably stronger than a Specs Hydro. I'm assuming that's what this is. And so right here, you know, obviously, you know, potential Espeon or a, oh, my man doesn't give a fuck. Okay. Interesting. I wonder if he's Sash. No, he's certainly Scope Lens. I think my unfortunate luck ends up playing a role there. But I know these tend to run Poltergeist isn't a contact move, I don't think. Right. But Rapid Spin is. But with Poltergeist spam here, Sucker Punch, that does no damage. Any Synthesis here. we spin into Poltergeist. Problem is I take about half. How much do I give a damn about rocks? Not much, honestly. To where I don't want to take another. Come on, man. This is like the worst case scenario. Because I got glared and I got no value out of the turn. So now he gets to go for Dragon Tail if he likes. Yeah. And then gets the positional advantage. Gets like, okay. My man is just a lucky slime ball. But nah. Really all I need to do, it seems as if the Inteleon might be choiced, or he just didn't want to take the hit. The Aerodactyl switch is great for us. So he's committing, which means Lucario with Rocks Up is going to be very good. I didn't think it'd do that much. I'm actually not going to commit to the Regirock. So I'll Stealth Rock here because I want them up for the long term of the game. Because I can go. I have 2 priority users. So this is some big brain shit. Big brain! Because at this point he's super susceptible to my normal types. And everything he has left is super frail. One takes rocks. And so this is why we kept our boy Dhelmise big and healthy. So that if he goes to, okay, Inteleon's a go-to mine, huh? And so I do like Arcanine here. Perhaps Steel wasn't. Well, this is actually great because now I know he's Snipe Shot. He's Snipe Shot. Body Press. Let's tech here just in case. And then I'd assume press damage plus E-Speed should knock this out. Because I'm thinking, is it better to Toxic? Okay. Yeah, press damage wasn't going to do shit. So it might have been better. I don't know. Inteleon is pretty frail. So back again, the reason I'm going Luke is because I can switch up moves, whereas Zygarde I cannot. So it forces whatever he brings in to attack me. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because, as I say, he did go. If I say I went Zygarde instead, like for example here, forces him to CC or Focus Blast. I wonder if these run the Air Slash. Seeing Focus Blast is both better and worse. Please do not. For the love of motherfucking God. This is mad whack, bros. I'll keep it a buck with you. That was mad whack. So as long as Arcanine does his job, honestly, I'm kind of okay. Okay, Arcanine, that's your job. That's your job. That did no. So now I definitely needed. What? Is that just Assault Vest, or is that like? So if he's Assault Vest, man, so that means the Drotagon bullshit earlier actually is gonna probably play a role now, because oh man, this is actually dangerous. I'm wondering if he's no speed. In which case, does Arcanine take 2 Focus Blasts? Yeah, it takes it easily. Arcanine, come through. Come through, buddy, because you're not about to have this dude hit multiple Focus Blasts and then you don't even break through paralysis. My man. So, Flamethrower here, I could have Trick, but just for the bit of damage for the extreme speed later on. Because at this point, I just need Zygarde. So I couldn't speak. I'll teleport here. I know it's gonna hurt. Arcanine, goodbye. And we're gonna hit this. It's gonna make things a little. Oh, it killed. Okay, that's a big deal that it killed. I know Espeon is frail, but this is just a Lucario. So this puts us in a position of power here. I think we guaranteed win now. because we go to doggo stream speed again, and then Verzion gets to it killed. Because we're some bulky variant, there's nothing he can go for to knock us out. My man trying to hacks. Crazy stuff. But nah, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this is really how, you know, you go about it. Like, you actually go in with the full expectation of, you don't know what you don't know about this tier, about, you know, this metagame. Because sometimes it can be within the same metagame. I mean, the same tier, but a different era. So let's use the DLC, right? So if you last played when Pokemon Home, or Pokemon, was it Home? Is that what it was called? I know they had Home and Bank, but Bank I believe was the last. But yeah, whichever one, you know, obviously there was a release of new Pokemon to the metagame. So if you hadn't played prior to that and the new moves coming out and whatnot, then it's a different environment. And so if you were number one back then, you might struggle now because you lack the knowledge of the metagame. And so even though it's the same tier, you still have to go through that same losing and learning process. For most, especially if you were number one, which is why I have the mindset videos down below, their ego cannot take used to being a top player and it not manifesting in the moment. And so they quit. Yeah, most of the time. Locario. Really, my Luke is my Suicune counter, especially if this side has a good set. But he's only 1,075, so maybe he won't. Like 90% of his team loses to Registeel. He can't switch in on Toxic. See what he does. He might knock. Parting shot. Ooh, Registeel game. I didn't know that's how that worked. I did not know that you couldn't parting shot it. That's cool. That is some cool shit. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Give your guy a break. The nature of this guy's team, well, actually might have when Jam asks for a break. Burn him. But nah, the CC media match and then okay, the obstacle. Interesting. Defiant. Oh, okay. Yo, that was some big brain shit. Big brain plays. Okay. I didn't even know. Yeah, because I'm so used to Guts Defiant. Wow. Was it worth it? Probably not, but big brain, big brain. Actually don't need why? So glare here means Dhelmise can whip him. And so if he is the sub-variant, Dhelmise can mess him up. Oh, okay, nice. Refreshing no burn, nice. Problem is now I got nothing to comment on this. Like I just gotta sit. Because if I go hard Dhelmise, that just defeats the purpose of the glare. I might as well have toxic them, you know. Steel might have to eat one. Okay, blessings. So we're gonna sack Zyg. Defensively, I think I have everything checked. Like Registeel walls most of his team, like really everything except the Suicune and the Lucario. So, oh, I know you're mad, bro. I know you're mad. So let's get the most damage possible off this thing. So, okay, nice. And since he combined, he's committing. So he probably is rest. And he doesn't get too killed with lefties. But we'll see. He combined in, which means he's definitely gonna rest here. Alright. So he has to play these games with me. Because remember last time I went Luke on this for him, this is a better spot because he needs to get the right move and get the look. Just super low chance. Okay, so he just switches out, which is awesome. Awesome. That means the Suicune hasn't burned any turns, and I know his set. Not today, buddy. Will not be doing all that today. So it's very cool that I did not know a parting shot, if you have clear body, drops. I actually don't even have clear body on this, which is funny. But the Suicune is a problem. But at least I'm forcing rocks every time. We get to Poltergeist here, so that damn no power wave torn. I don't want Obstagoon coming in. I didn't think he'd go torn again, but seems to be very adamant about this, which means Suicune comes back in. Not true. Don't defog her. He's gonna Hurricane or go to Suicune. I don't think he just wastes his turn. So there's the Suicune. Outraging twice would mean I force the rest again. Okay. So he's gonna knock out my Zygarde. Blows. Didn't think he'd sack Opsa, but yeah, so Zygarde's gone. But I was willing to sack it versus Suicune. And he's Scarf. Yeah, he's Scarfed. So I have a couple options here. If I attack where he can't defend, he loses another mod, which is going to Dhelmise and dropping the Dome. I could go Arcanine, teleport, but he might sack Torn, which I don't want in. Because at this point he can't guard against CC very well. I could go Reggie and get rocks back up, but he could just go Torn and defog spam. So I'm going to opt for Dhelmise and Poltergeist. I shouldn't take half. I didn't think he'd go in DD. But I knew if he did, that I wouldn't lose too much out of the turn. It just didn't make sense to go in DD and save Torn when I could have just knocked you. Well, maybe Power Whip doesn't do shit. Okay. So this is great, as we're likely going to see a Suicune. But well, since he's rest, okay, fine. Let Suicune heal. Okay, he actually just left it in. So this Indeedee is no longer switching. Is that Specs? But Indeedee isn't weak. You know, it's not necessarily a weak Pokemon. So maybe it's not Specs and it's just that strong. But yeah, these are things you'd learn, like rolls. So you're like, okay, that's definitely Specs and DDE. That's definitely not. But I'm setting up for, as long as Dhelmise is in and good, I'm good. Arcanine should be able to check any variant of the Gardevoir unless it's Trick, because I seem to be specially defensive. With Intimidate, I can semi-check Luke as well. Plus he doesn't know what kind I am. So there's the Suicune. What I'm gonna do here is just press. Awesome, double switch. So now no Psychic Terrain. The reason I pressed there is basically I was committing to putting the Suicune back on arrest, because he's gonna try to calm mine up, and I don't have anything to switch in on his Scalds. If he pulls a Scald as I go to Dhelmise, I'm screwed. Right, and so here he's gonna wake up and see him again, and I toxic him, right? And so Registeel is gonna sit. What's that? 18. Rest makes sense this turn too. Let me think. If he doesn't rest, if he Scalds here. +2 Scald. If he burns Luke, I'm gonna switch. I can risk Luke here. I can afford. Please don't. So now that he didn't get the burn, this is amazing because he has to rest here, which allows for me to SD. And so now back to what we just did, and he's not getting Scald here. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah. I'll extreme speed in case he goes guard. Who goes Luke? What? Whatever. I'll just E-speed again. What? Why would you sack a full health? My man. You need to stop this nonsense. You've been on a lot of nonsense. Obviously, Steel destroys here. Dhelmise, I don't want Suicune healing, and I want to position attack where they cannot defend. Right? If you got the book, you know this. Assuming I hit, that's game. That's game. That's game. Trace. Say where the trick. Mystical fire. Yeah. I was just thinking of all the things that could go wrong. If he doesn't have enough sleep. Oh, actually, he does. He could technically, because both my moves can miss. But Dhelmise coming through. Basically, what I was saying, if he pulls Scald, burned me, and I missed, I was in a bad spot. Pull Scald, crit me, but so Lucario is the Suicune counter in this tier apparently. Suicune's gonna make a comeback like it always does. They always sleep on it every gen in the beginning, and then it ends up. Well, that's where that Crocune set, that's protect set that may have swept your team came from. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. A nice refreshing dose of something other than OU. OU's gonna be back tomorrow, but you already know what it is. And Uber Sunday after that. So again, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.